The storyline of Fortnite, since the beginning, has been a little nuts. It includes wormholes, time travel, multiverses, and more. While Chapter 1's storyline may have been a little nonsensical, Chapter 2 has been an attempt by Epic to beef it up. As Donald Mustard, worldwide creative director of Epic Games, stated on Twitter, "It's all connected. Pay attention. The story is about to kick into overdrive." And that's exciting news. But what exactly has the story of Chapter 2 Season 4 been? Well, we'll tell you. From the 0 Point to Galactus to Thor to the island to everything in between, we're going to lay down the timeline of events as they happened. Grab a pen and paper, because the storyline of Fortnite is complicated. But before we discuss all of that, why not give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click that bell so you never miss a video. Also, use code NewScapePRO in the item shop. This is NewScapeGames, your source for Fortnite news, leaks, and theories. The 0 Point. Before we get into the events that have taken place over the season, it's first important to discuss the 0 Point. Otherwise known as the Orb or Nexus, this powerful ball of energy has been a key component of the Fortnite storyline for years. The verdict is still out on what exactly it is, but we have a few theories. Clearly, it has immense power, since it literally destroyed and consumed Chapter 1's map, reorganizing it to what is now known as Apollo, or Chapter 2's island. It also can manipulate reality, with its ability to unvault weapons. Our theory is that the 0 Point functions as two things. Firstly, a battery, or heart, of reality. This is indicated by the end event. Its explosion and consumption of the island left it and it only, meaning that it gives the island the ability to exist. Second, it serves as a bridge to other realities. That's right, the multiverse is real, and the 0 Point is the gateway to access it. This has been apparent for many seasons, with Drift being the first major look at the 0 Point pulling matter from other realities into Fortnite's. Another obvious example is Season X, from Tilted Town to Gotham City. We've seen the 0 Point's reality transporting powers as recently as Chapter 2 Season 2, with Fortnite characters being thrown into a mysterious office setting outside of their own reality. This strange orb was first mentioned, not surprisingly, by the Visitor, all the way back in Chapter 1, Season 4. So why are we talking about the 0 Point, you ask? Well, we'll explain. Galactus and Thor. Our story starts with Galactus, a cosmic entity who stays alive by consuming entire planets. Bloody and beaten, he rushes to Asgard to recruit the help of Thor, the now king of Asgard. He warns him of the Black Winter, a multiversal threat to all realities. Think of Black Winter as the older brother to Galactus, consuming entire universes versus Galactus' puny appetite of just planets. Thor agrees to help Galactus, becoming his herald. After that, everything is going according to plan. Thor serves as a scout, finding planets for Galactus to eat. This changes though when Galactus discovers the 0 Point. He can sense its ultimate power, being drawn to it like a moth to a light. He abandons their mission, unwilling to divert from his new plan, consuming the 0 Point. Thor, instead of trying to stop him, races past to warn this strange world of the impending doom. This strange world, yes, is Apollo, or Fortnite Island. The arrival of heroes. Thor lands on the island, and after a rather hostile welcome party, calls for backup with the help of his raven. The bird reaches Sif, close friend of Thor and member of the Warriors 3, who quickly uses the power of the Bifrost to summon many of the heroes of Thor's world. Within moments, Iron Man, She-Hulk, Wolverine, Storm, Groot, Mystique, and Doctor Doom have arrived. Thor warns them of impending danger, but like any good Marvel story, the heroes don't listen and go their separate ways. Dr. Doom swiftly commandeers Pleasant Park, making it his own personal domain. Wolverine, fogged with memories of his past, hides away in Weeping Woods. Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, oddly enough chooses to resume her law career in Retail Row. The real important hero in all of this, though, is Tony Stark. He immediately begins searching for answers as to how to combat Galactus. This can be seen on his marker board inside the red barn near the ruins. On it, there are real-world equations and diagrams, as well as Fortnite-specific icons like a llama. Tony knows that if he is to survive in this strange world, he's going to need more gear. And more backup. Tony's plans. Tony, being the genius inventor he is, quickly builds multiple rift beacons, scattering them across the map. This is not the first inclusion of these mysterious devices though. First created by the scientists back in Season X, they are able to harness a small amount of the 0 Point's energy. In practice, this means rifting objects, locations, and people onto Fortnite Island. The scientists use this to create rifts around the map. It also resulted in reality warping, like Tilted Towers becoming Tilted Town or the reintroduction of Dusty Depot. Tony has similar intentions, using his Rift beacons to summon multiple Marvel POIs around the island. Examples include the Collector's Museum, Panther's Prowl, and a Trask semi-truck. These are all relatively small locations though. With the Fortnite version 14.10 patch, the Rift beacons transported the largest POI yet, a chunk of upstate New York. But not just any old chunk, no. This piece of the Big Apple included Stark Industries, full of Stark bots, cars, and fancy tech. Bringing his workshop to him is principal in Tony's plans, since now he has a full arsenal of gadgets and goodies to play with. This is when modifications to the battle bus begin. That's right, Tony's plans include everyone's favorite blue bus. As it is though, won't work. It needs to be modified. As the weeks of the season played on, more and more Stark tech was added. At the moment, it looks to be two things. 1. Armor to increase the durability of the battle bus, and 2. A weapon? All the while, Tony rifted multiple Marvel heroes onto Apollo. Blade, Daredevil, and Ghost Rider have all joined the fight, ready to go toe-to-toe with Galactus. For nightmares. Okay, so you know how this video has been discussing a relatively straightforward story of Thor and the other heroes assembling to stop Galactus? Yeah, so this throws a wrench in that. Come October, Fort Nightmares arrived, changing the island and adding new threats for the player to face. A heavy fog rolled throughout the map, lowering the player's ability to see long distances. An ambiance was also included, a low, droll ringing that sounded eerily similar to a horror movie. The Authority was destroyed, leaving ruins behind. Atop the roof sat ritualistic candles. Above them, the golden floating chair of Midas. Yep, he returned, a ghoulish husk of his former self. He roamed the rubble of what was once his agency, his reanimated henchmen standing guard. He also possessed the ability to bring dead players back to life in the form of shadows, causing havoc around the island. From October 21st to November 3rd, players battled it out, returning upon each of their deaths. There were also new challenges, new items, and new in-game functionality. It was a fun time. But as you know though, Shadow Midas and his henchmen are now gone. But that doesn't mean he won't make another appearance. That's right, the return of Midas was more than just a cameo at the ruins. You see, naming him Shadow was very purposeful. We believe that the device Midas activated at the end of Chapter 2 Season 2 did more than just cause a flood. Its explosion caused a rift within Midas, splitting his soul into two. Shadow Midas is simply one of those halves, still angry and spiteful at the creators of the island and Oro himself. While we would describe the original Midas as a complicated, tortured individual, the one that haunted the ruins is extremely simple. He's just evil, mad, vengeful. I mean heck, it's literally called Midas's Revenge. How does this play out in the storyline of Season 4 though? Well, it more so comes with his other half. Midas Rex. If you're like us, you've anxiously been awaiting the arrival of Midas Rex, the Iron Man-esque Midas outfitted with armor. As discussed earlier, Midas Rex is the other half of Midas that was ripped in two during the device event. Unlike Shadow Midas, he is valiant, heroic. He isn't enacting revenge on those who wronged him, no. Instead, he is fighting to protect Fortnite Island and those who inhabit it. We're assuming he'll be a part of the final event, but what exactly would his role be? It's tough to say. Even though his origins may be a little sinister, and he'll be included in a pack of villains, we're going to assume his intentions are pure in the fight against Galactus. But what exactly are those intentions? The event. As the season has progressed, Galactus has slowly inched closer and closer towards Fortnite Island. First just a speck on players' screens, he can now be seen through the scope of a sniper. But you may be asking, what will happen once he's here? We have a few ideas. Like we discussed earlier, all season, Tony Stark has been hard at work using rift beacons to summon objects and people into Fortnite Island. At this point, the roster of heroes is fairly large, with some heavy hitters in the mix. He also has outfitted the battle bus with Stark tech, meaning he intends to use it in the fight against Galactus. So we see the event going like this. Galactus officially arrives, hovering over the entire planet, ready to consume. Before he can, Thor intervenes, begging him to reconsider what he is about to do. The 0 point cannot be destroyed, for all of reality, all of the multiverse will go with it. Obviously, Galactus is unwilling, so he proceeds as planned. That's when Tony and the rest of the heroes join the fight. From all around the map, characters link up, battle ready. Tony drives the battle bus, now fully gold from the Midas touch. Yep, Tony and Midas have teamed up,
together making the battle bus even more powerful and conductive as before. It flies forward, head-on at Galactus. While doing so, his rift beacons will be fully active, summoning the power of the 0 point. Tony's thinking is the only way to save the Nexus is to use the Nexus, so that's just what he does. Beams shoot from all around the map, increasing in power and energy exponentially. The ground shakes as rifts all around the island appear. The bus continues to fly closer, building in power as the rift beacons continue to surge. As Galactus could sense the power of the Nexus before, he could tell its power is being used against him. Angered, Galactus begins to destroy parts of the island. With single swipes of his fist, parts of the map are destroyed. This doesn't change the path of Stark's battle bus though. It is now close, and Galactus knows he must stop it. Swinging his arm, he makes contact with the bus, causing a massive explosion. As the light from it dims, a massive rift can be seen. Every beacon's beam is funneling into it, surging more than they ever have. Galactus is frozen in place by the rift, trying desperately to free himself. In one swift action, the rift pulsates, sending him into it. Galactus has been defeated, consumed by the 0 point, instead of the other way around. That's not to say this event won't have future consequences though. We imagine if these events were to occur, the effects they cause would be the main thrust of Chapter 2 Season 5 and possibly seasons beyond that. Well people, that's been the storyline of Chapter 2 Season 4 so far. A lot has happened, and it's all about to collide with the arrival of Galactus. What are your thoughts on this season? Do you enjoy the Marvel tie-in, or do you want to return to the days of just OC Fortnite? We'd love to hear all your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell so you never miss a video. This has been NewScapeGames, your source for Fortnite news, leaks, and theories. Thanks for watching.